The following program is a Town of Colony television production of the William K. Sanford Town Library.
Welcome to Getting to Know You. My name is Joe Nash. Today it is time for our annual visit with George Regan for the Troy Turkey Trot. This is the 70th running. It is also the 101st year of the Turkey Trot. There was a large gap in there, which George will explain. And one of the beneficiaries of their donations you can make when you register, the Joseph's House and Shelter. We have someone from there with us, Patti Tullgren. So welcome, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, George, longtime director. How long have you been directing?
I set my personal best here at 10 kilometers in 1980.
Oh, you weren't director then, though, were you?
Well, no, but they asked me after that event if I would do the finish line for them.
Okay.
So through the 80s, I did the finish line.
Okay.
And then in 94, I took over as event director.
And you were also the event director of Freihofers for many years, so everyone knows you.
Well, yes, like you.
I know, we're laughing. So this is the 70th running. Any big plans before this anniversary?
Well, you know, it's always a big event. I mean, it is the largest event, one of the largest events in the country in terms of road races, and it's the 12th oldest turkey trot in the nation. We just try to hang on. I mean, it's a hard event to put on Thanksgiving Day.
That's true.
With, everybody's busy with family and friends, and, so it's difficult getting volunteers. So if you want to volunteer.
Yes, you can volunteer. It's all on the webpage, TroyTurkeyTrot.com. You can volunteer. So let's just talk really quickly, and then we'll talk to Patti. You got a 5K, a 10K, the children's run, or the grade school mile. This is, speaking as someone from Troy, this is a great day in Troy. I ran 37 turkey trots. I have missed the last 2 years. I know, but just if you want to just briefly tell people, if they're watching, why is this such a great day for Troy? Well, because I think it's the greatest day in Troy.
Yeah, and I think it's just what you spoke. It's historical. I mean, it started in 1911. There's only 12 races in the country that started prior to that, and Troy is a city, on the rebound right now. Not that, it's. This event, the Troy Turkey Trot's always been popular because you see, and this is hard for me to believe too, I had 37 states represented last year.
I know.
That means that at least 37 people from 37 states came back to be with their family. So, it's really a family event, and from that perspective, it's important, and it's fun.
Yes,
we
it
have
is
the
fun.
costume contest, and people, they dress up, and it's just the experience. Incredible.
I just mentioned before we started, a couple of years ago, you started everything earlier, so now people are all done by...
Yeah, we started the 10K at 8 a.m., and we give them an hour and a half. So by 9:30, that's when we start the grade school mile. The turkey walk starts right with the grade school miles, but behind them, and they go off probably around 9:35. And then the featured event, which is the 5K, with 5,000, 6,000 people in it, go off at 10. Last runner in the 5K last year finished in 62 minutes.
Okay.
So by 11, we're all done running. By 12 noon, we're all cleaned up and we're all back with our families.
Okay, very good.
So it's good.
All right, excellent.
So if you do want to volunteer, we won't keep you any past noon.
Last year,
Thanksgiving Day.
Last year you had about what, 7,000 or 7,000 something?
More like 7 to 8.
And what are you expecting this year?
About the same.
Okay, good.
The 10K actually has been increasing. The 5K has been going down a little bit.
And for those people that want a lot of exercise on Thanksgiving, there's a lot of other turkey trots.
There are
other pretenders, but this is the only one that's a 10K. Correct.
This is the only one with a 10K.
So if people want to get a longer run-in.
And we have like 2,000 running in the 10K now. And like, 5 years ago we had,
It has.
500. So what's happened is people know that, hell, if I want to run a 10K, this is 6.2 miles. This is the only place in town.
Yes,
for
there could be a lot of younger people. Because I did the 10K for 28 years. Then it just,
we
get
all-
older, it's...
I know. I know.
So when you register for the race, you can choose to donate to charities. The two that the money goes to are the
Regional food.
regional food bank. That's right. I'm
Northeastern
sorry.
New York.
And the Joseph's House and Shelter, which is for homeless people in Rensselaer County. So Patti Tullgren's here from Joseph's House. Tell us about what you guys do and.
So we've been serving the residents of Rensselaer County since 1983. We take men, women, and families in, no questions asked. We provide them with a hot meal, a bed, and then we try to get them to the services they need. That's our approach, which makes us a little bit different than other shelters. We let people come in, and then we ask questions, and then we talk to them. The homeless populations have changed greatly over the years. We're seeing a lot of working families coming in. We're seeing a big increase in young people. Young people
You mean
ages
under 25?
under 25, yeah, ages 18 to 25. A lot of that's due to various reasons. The biggest reason, though, we see people coming in is affordable housing, lack of. There is no affordable housing, really. And people are working, but they just can't make ends meet. And being partnered with the Turkey Trot really helps us, in a time of year it's getting really cold, to be able to provide more food and more services due to the funds that are raised. And we're really proud to be partners with them.
Okay. So you guys, you have more than one, you're down on Ferry Street, but you were telling me before we started, you have several facilities, right?
We do. We have the homeless shelter on Ferry Street, and then we have 2 supported housing buildings that are apartments for people that were formerly homeless, that have a diagnosed mental illness. One's in Lansingburg, and the other is in downtown Troy. But we could build another one, and it would be full.
Okay, and how long has Joseph's House been, I keep wanting to say Saint, but I'm not. How long has Joseph's House been associated with the Turkey Trot?
This will be our 4th year.
4th year? Okay.
And we're really happy to be able to do it. We provide volunteers. We provide staff that helps out a little bit. Not staff to the Turkey Trot, but our staff helps out. We really enjoy it. And it connects us back to Troy even more, the food aspect, and partnering with the food bank.
Now, you were telling me before we started that you're not from Troy, but you volunteered last year at the packet pickup.
That was...
And you were telling me how George just said, you were amazed people from all over the country were coming.
People would come in with a list of, they'd pick up 10 packets at a time, and they'd have Uncle Steve and Cousin Bonnie, and just these whole lists of people they were picking up for. It was really fun.
It is like I say, it's almost a reunion day in Troy, George, for like, because we're both from Troy, but it is like the day you see people that you only see like once a year.
Yeah, and you mentioned earlier how I retired after 35 years from the Freihofer's Run, but I can't retire from the Turkey Trot. It's too close to my heart, like you. I mean, yes, I see the beauty in it and how it helps community so much, and everybody gets together. It's like a big reunion on that day. So it's such a fun morning.
It is. It's a good day.
And then we're with our families in the afternoon. It's really... So anyway.
Yes. So it is.
Until they kick me out.
Can't go.
It probably will never kick you out, George. So
hopefully not.
So let me just go over a couple quick things. Registration's online. It's now open. Let's see. Regular registration ends on the October 21st, which when people watch this will be past that. But late registration goes till November 17th, and last chance is the 18th to the 21st. And you can still register, the night before?
You can register on race morning now.
Oh, okay.
So we go from the 20th, we have open packet pickup at the atrium.
Okay.
And then on the Wednesday, which is the 22nd of November, we have another one from 11 to 6. And then on race morning, we start at 6 a.m.
Okay.
And we go until 5 minutes before the race.
And
you know how, and we never did that before. We never took day of race registration because we couldn't get those names that quickly into the database. But now everything is linked digitally.
Have you found
we can automatically put them right into the database. So we said, yeah, why not just have
So
it on that morning?
since you've been doing that morning of, have you been getting a lot on morning
Yeah.
of? Really?
Well, I should say that with a little caveat. If the weather's bad,
Right.
we get very
Yes.
few. If the weather's good, we can have a whole onslaught.
If this
Hundreds.
weather keeps up, I mean, we might be. Are you going to be volunteering again, Patty?
Yes, I am.
You'll be down there?
Looking
Okay.
forward to it.
And you said before some of the people from Joseph's House will be with you?
Yeah, and what we do is we reach out to our groups that volunteer with us in the shelter, and they come and they help out too.
Okay.
So it's another opportunity.
And then on your
Really a
website,
great support for us from a volunteer perspective because they're trained. They've been doing it for 4 years now. It's really great.
and then on your website, josephshousetroy.org, you can volunteer, not just for, but you have opportunities during the year to help you guys out, do you not?
Absolutely. We have opportunities to cook. That's one of our big
Okay.
things. We do weekend meals. People come in and they cook with us, and they can meet our guests and interact. And it's a good way for our guests to see the community really cares about them. We have painting, cleaning, yard work. We have all kinds of volunteer opportunities.
Oh, good, that'd be good. And you were telling me before we started, it isn't just, you're not just serving homeless people in Troy, you have the whole Rensselaer
We're the only
County.
homeless shelter in the Rensselaer County.
Okay.
So we reach out to all the outlying areas. We have a street outreach program that goes out beyond the city of Troy, and it takes care of folks out there that need help.
Oh, okay, good. So
It's
now,
so great.
before we finish, George, I just want to ask you a couple quick things about the race. There's, we have awards for the top 3 finishers overall, and you have top 3 in all age groups get a prize?
Yes, that's correct.
all right.
There's 15 age groups for men and 15 for women.
Okay, good.
In the 10K and 5K, but also in the 5K we have all of the family categories: mother, daughter,
Oh, that's right,
father,
okay.
son, and there's 7 of those categories.
7 categories. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and they go top 3 as well, so that's a lot of fun. And then we give prizes to the best costume, the most traditional, Thanksgiving themed costume. The top 3 there, and the non-traditional top 3 there, and they get a gift certificate to Hannaford.
Now, the last 2 years, I've been at the Ale House watching. There's some pretty crazy costumes. I would have
Did you do the turkey leg?
No, I did not. I just go visit. But there's some really crazy costumes. I don't know.
Yeah, it's we instituted.
Some people, I don't know how they run with their costume on.
I know, I don't either. And if it's warm, it's
Yeah.
it's a whole nother.
You may get, yes.
To get warm weather.
Now,
I got to hand it to the costume contest and all of the people that come out and how they donate to our 2 charities. It's wonderful. And I wanted to mention Pioneer Bank is also
Okay.
doing a fundraising along with this to try to supplement what we raise through the participation. So that's now opened up to the entire public. So you can go into any of the Pioneer branches,
Okay.
and you can donate there if you're not running in the race.
And then when you donate when you register, right?
You do, and that's automatic. We take a $2 donation right off the top. So if you don't want to donate, you can take it out of your
Yeah.
shopping cart. But most people don't.
And you can put in more, obviously, when you.
You can put in
Okay.
more, and most people do that.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good.
Because it is a day of thinking about family and giving, and those that are less fortunate than some of us.
Now, is the race still an official TA? Was it TAC?
Yeah, no, it's not.
Did it used to be?
Yeah, it was the local championship, but we just thought that it might be better because there are other races that.
Yeah.
I mean, our emphasis is more on participation than it is on competition. Even though we do get guys coming in and gals that are fast, just because of the history and tradition of it.
But
our emphasis now is more on participation
Okay.
than it is on competition. So we decided not to fund the championship.
When did that end? Was that?
Last year.
Oh, okay.
So
So
our last year
okay.
we did the 10K championship.
All right, so that no more. Okay, so
There still is prize money
Yeah.
for the top 3 males and top 3 females and some of the teams.
all right.
I mean, it's not that we are trying to dissuade anybody
know. I know
from
what you're
being
saying.
competitive, but we want our emphasis to be on participation.
No, I think the lead runners every year,
like
they're
it.
still kicking it in there
They are.
when they're coming back.
They are.
They're not just out, out for a stroll.
No, they're not out for a recreational jog, that's
So now,
for sure.
so now, George, it's time for the most important question every year. What are the shirts like this year? I
Well, you have them.
have a picture. Hopefully, you can see. It's a blue shirt.
Yes.
What's this? What's
It's a
this?
dry fit shirt.
Dry fit shirt.
So it does wick away the perspiration.
Okay. Now, as someone from Troy, I just glance right away. You can see Troy Music Hall, Prospect Park, Monument Square. It's actually a very, very nice design. You said this is an old one you brought back?
Well, that one we did for the 100th anniversary,
Okay.
which was last year. And everybody liked it so much, we tweaked it a little bit and kept it for the 70th edition. So this race has been run 70 times since 1916.
Yeah.
But it is 101 years old, as you
And
said.
it's got the 70, and then that's the thing in Prospect Park, the Troy, right?
Yes, the
Yes,
big,
all right.
the granite blocks.
And then the volunteers get an orange one. Patti will be wearing an orange one.
I will.
bright orange.
I will.
But that way we can pick out our volunteers.
Yes, that's true.
You can say, go to the person in the orange shirt.
Well, thank you for coming, George. It's
That's all the time we have.
well, unless you had, did I miss anything? Do we have anything else to go?
Well, we're doing a warm up this year.
Oh, that I
Choice
forgot,
PT
okay.
is doing a warm up 20 minutes before the start of each event in Riverfront Park.
Oh, okay.
At the amphitheater.
All right, so people can go over there and
Yes, right.
Okay.
And that's new, and we're going to keep that going. That's a tradition because it can get quite cold on Thanksgiving Day. Not that it will. I don't
No,
wanna
it's
jinx
not. No
ourselves.
snow.
Well,
We wanted to. Yeah, no snow. Remember the snow we had 2 years
Yes,
ago?
I mean, speaking of someone who's ran in 37, I think we've had I've ran in hot, cold, snow, sleet,
Yes,
rain.
that's right.
We've had everything down through the years. So you ran a bunch. You probably know what it's like. But
I do.
There was a big snowstorm. You had to shovel everything off. That I put like 5 years ago, was it?
Yeah.
I remember
Right.
that one. Okay. The last.
And that turned out well because the city got out there with all the crews, cleared the streets, and it was moist underneath it because it wasn't
Yeah.
that freezing cold, and everything cleared right up. The streets just were actually dry, believe it or not.
I think the last time I did a 10K, it was like 16 degrees. It was probably around
Really?
99, 2000. I can't remember. That's all.
Oh, you mean at this event?
At this event, yes. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, and the year before the snowstorm, it was really cold.
Yes.
Yes, and the wind was coming up off the river. Oh, God, was it
All right,
cold.
we've been to too many, George. I think.
We have that.
But George, you've been doing this for 20 odd years. Thanks for still
welcome.
doing it, and
You're welcome.
I'm
It's
sure
my
everyone
pleasure.
will look forward to it. And Patti, we'll see you down there.
Yep.
And don't forget, the money goes to Joseph's House and the Regional Food Bank. So we'll see you Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next time on Getting to Know You.